Hi, this is Miss Bohannon, and I am here to tell you a little bit about myself and a lot about the course AP Language. First, I want to talk about how to contact me. Students, you can always just send me something directly to my email or on Canvas. That goes straight to my email as well, and I can reply to either one of those, and I check them every day. We will also have a Remind 101 set up, so if you want to contact me that way, that's totally acceptable too. Your parents can also email me, and then we have school status that we can communicate with each other, but that school status is just a parent resource. It's not really for students. So, what we'll be using, and I'm looking at the list on the right hand side, is College Board, which is where you're going to get all of your information about AP testing. You're going to log into AP Classroom. You're going to do some short assessments there periodically throughout the course. And College Board is also where you get your SAT scores and your ACT scores, so you may already have an account. And if you do, we're just going to link my class to your account. If you don't, you'll create a new one. Canvas is where you're going to get all of your communication from me. I will make announcements. I'll post all of your assignments for the course there. And so for my virtual learners, that's where you'll find everything. For my hybrid learners, if you get sick and you miss a day or miss a couple of weeks, there is nothing to worry about. Everything will be on Canvas for you. Remind again, I might make announcements if something changes, if we go virtual or something like that. Please connect with your phone or your email because it's an easy way for me to get a hold of you quickly. No Red Ink will be, hopefully you've used No Red Ink before. If you haven't, you'll create an account today. We're going to have writing practice and then some grammar and mechanics practice on No Red Ink, and we're probably going to use it about once a week. So we're going to set up an account for that. And then our textbook is the language of composition, and we have Bear Cloud, which I'm not sure by the time you're watching this video if you will know anything about, but Bear Cloud kind of replaces a system we used last year for, signing up. We used Clever, signing up for tutorials and things like that. So we're switching over to Bear Cloud, and your textbook will be available to you on there. So it'll be really easy to get there. College Board calls AP English Language and Composition an introductory college level composition course. So writing, you're going to understand the writing of rhetorical arguments. You're also going to create your own arguments. And so we study argument. How are they made? What makes them effective? And how can we make our own arguments effective? I put this quote in because I love it. Don't raise your voice, improve your argument. And I think it's perfect for this time in the history of the world. Some frequently asked questions that I usually get on the first day. How much homework will I have? The answer to that is it depends on how steadily you work during your class time. And that question is also kind of weird in a year where some of the work will be hybrid and some of you are doing all virtual. So class time versus homework. You're probably going to be putting in a total of 5 to 6 hours a week into this course on an average week, and some weeks it'll be a little bit less and some weeks it'll be a little bit more. Is the class hard? No. Is it hard to get an A? Yes. And I don't talk about A's and B's and C's very often. I'm more worried about your learning than about what grade you get. But if you want to demonstrate A work to me, you have to demonstrate full understanding and sophistication and depth of thought in your work. So is the class hard? No. Is it hard to get an A? Yes, I guess is my answer to that. Do you get credit even if you don't do well on the AP test? If you work really hard in my class, like we were just talking about on the last question, and you commit to depth of thought in every assignment and just really understanding and putting all of your focus into just being really committed to what you're doing, you're hopefully going to get credit on the AP test. So hopefully we don't have to worry about that too much. But yes, absolutely, you get high school credit even if you don't do well on the AP test. So those are two separate things. Your course grade for me tells you whether you get credit for the high school part of it, and the AP test tells you whether colleges are going to give you credit. You do have to take the AP test. That is a rule that our administration established last year. If you think that for some reason you need to be exempt from it, you need to let me know today. So send me a message and we can talk about it. As far as cost, we can talk about that a little bit later. There are some things that might help there if you need help with the cost of the AP test. But essentially, the district has said if you're taking an AP class, you're taking the AP test that goes along with it. You get a GPA multiplier of 15%. So it's the same thing as any other AP or dual credit class for this course. And I would like for you to send me any other questions that you have. So make sure that you're just in constant communication with me. Never apologize for asking too many questions. It's not going to bother me. In fact, I love it. Okay, so we're going to join 3 different things right now. So the very first one, I want you to go ahead and pause this video and follow all of the instructions to join No Red Ink and send me a message if you have trouble. And then I want you to go ahead and pause this video and follow the instructions for joining our class Remind. If you don't have a cell phone, that's totally fine. Just go to rmd.at/BrewerLang on a computer and you can sign up for email notifications. So it works with email the same way it works with your phone. And then the last one, I want you to join AP Classroom. So you're going to go to myap.collegeboard.org and you are going to use the join code just like you did with No Red Ink to join the correct class. The only thing about AP Classroom is when you create an account for College Board, please use a non-school email account, and that's for 2 reasons. Number one, we discovered last year that the email server was blocking a lot of College Board emails, and when we get close to test date, it's going to be important that you're getting those emails. And then number 2, you want to be able to access your SAT and ACT. I'm sorry, I keep saying ACT, but College Board is not ACT. They're SAT and AP. You're going to want to access those scores after you graduate. So use a non-school email account. And if you already have a College Board account set up with your school email address, I suggest that you go ahead and change that now in your account settings. So the join codes are down below, so go ahead and pause the video and join AP Classroom, please. And then the last part of this video is just a quick intro to me. Especially for my virtual learners, you're not really going to see me in person probably for at least the foreseeable future. So here's a quick intro about me. I have a bachelor's degree in English literature and a bachelor's degree in psychology. I got them both from the University of North Texas. Go Mean Green! I taught in Louisville ISD at Hebron High School for 6 years before I moved to Fort Worth. And then when I moved to Fort Worth, I took 2 years off with my daughter. And then this is my 5th year in White Settlement ISD. I love my job. I love Brewer High School. I'm so excited to be here. I was Teacher of the Year in 2018-2019, so not last year, but the year before. I am the UIL Academics Coordinator, so if you've ever thought about joining one of our UIL Academics teams, I am the person to contact. And then I'm also the English Department Chair. Chris is my husband. We just celebrated 10 years married, 15 years together. Charlotte is my daughter. I call her Charlie, and I tell lots of Charlie stories because she's hilarious. And then I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. So here are some pictures of the fam. We have on the right-hand side, the bottom right, the little white dog. Her name's Ellie. Above her is Roscoe. And then the kitty with the green eyes is Rosie. And then the kitty sleeping on my computer is Hannah. And then the family, Chris and Charlie and me. I put this in because I love music, and so I just wanted to share some music that I like. I really love the bands Metric and Stromae and Radiohead and Alt J, the Black Keys. I love Sigur Rós, and I listed some songs that you could listen to if you're interested in hearing what I like. There's also some other artists that I like that are more like hip hop and rap artists that I really can't share with you because they're not necessarily school appropriate, but I do like hip hop and rap too. And then just for fun this summer, I read some books. The Glass Castle is a memoir. It was really good. I'll Be Gone in the Dark is about a serial killer. It's great. Children of Blood and Bone and Children of Virtue and Vengeance are kind of a young adult dystopian future thing, and I actually have those copies of those books in my classroom, so if you're a hybrid learner you could totally borrow one of those from me. I read The Water Cure, and which is kind of also a dystopian futuristic thing. That's my favorite genre, but it's a little bit more bizarre. And then the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires is my most recent book that I read this summer. And it was a little bit ridiculous, a little bit funny, very uncomfortable at times with the horror parts of it, but kind of almost like a joke horror movie is kind of like that book. So those are the books I read this summer for fun. I am a foodie. I am a foodie who loves to cook, and I really like cooking different types of ethnic foods. So you'll see on the top I made paneer tikka masala and massaman curry, which are both kind of like a gravy curry based meal. Um, and those were delicious. I also made a lot of Parmesan crusted salmon because that's something that my daughter likes to eat. And I make poke bowls all the time, so I just sear some tuna and we throw in whatever ingredients we want. We do a lot of sesame, cucumbers, and carrots, and scallions, and peas. And looking at this slide is just making me so hungry. So I do love food. If you love food, let's talk food. And a final note, I just want you to know this, the very best part of my job and the reason I love being at Brewer High School is you. It's why I'm a teacher. I'm here to help you grow intellectually, and while we do that, I'm also going to be here to laugh with you and listen to you and support you. And I want you to always ask me questions and come to me for help on your work, or if you want a book recommendation, or if you need to vent about how stressed you are, or if you just want to share a pet picture or a meme. Please do that. You're the reason I'm here. The best part of my job is being with you. It's going to be a weird year, so just always let me know if there's anything that you need. And I just ended it by saying, let's make 2020, 2021 a year of hard work, growth, and lots of fun. Thank you.